Today I'm starting a brand new visual novel called Amelie. Where lies your future? I have to pick this one. Yours, Amelie. So maybe I could play different characters later or something. The rain never seems to cease at this time of the year. It pours from the sky in its unending grief, as if longing for something unseen. Thunder roared in the distance, enough to make the young woman flinch, but not enough to make her waver. The pendulum clock on the wall swung back and forth, ticking down the time. She seems to be late. Perhaps she is not coming after all, Amelie. There is no need to make such a sullen face. Mayhaps this is for the best. She wrote that she would be here, so I shall wait. A young lady named Amelie sat upright on the lounge that rested by the entryway. Her back was straight and her head was level. Do you truly believe it's safe to have visitors during the outbreak? Lilika, I believe we have been isolated long enough, and Sophia has written that it is safe. I trust her word. She would not endanger us. And if your pen pal turns out to be a robber in disguise, what then? Amelie smiled. She has a way with words that only a woman could have. A lady robber, then. Nonsense. By the way, Lilika, have you seen my letters? I can't say that I have. Oh. A knock sounded at the door, instantly halting their conversation. Amelie rose from her place and took a steady step forward before Lilika raised a hand to her. Allow me. The door groaned as it slowly swung open and revealed the young woman who knocked at the door. She was drenched from head to toe. Amelie stood stock still, unsure of what to say, but that only lasted a moment before the woman at her door bounded forward and wrapped her arms around her. Amelie! Sophia. She blinked before finally allowing her arms to wrap around Sophia's back. You're completely drenched. Did you forget your umbrella, chance? Or perhaps your umbrella got carried away by the wind. Lilika pushed the door shut, sealing the building. That is a big jacket. I didn't even think to bring an umbrella. The forecast said sunny all day. My fault for believing it, I guess. I can't believe you're truly here. Me either. About time, right? You're just as pretty as I knew you'd be. And you too. But what are you wearing? Seeing your house, I feel like I should have dressed up a little more. No, perhaps it is I that is overdressed. Lilika stood to the side, her arms crossed lightly over her chest. Her long hair reached down nearly to the wooden floor. Pardon my manners, my dear friend Lilika is here, too. I believe I wrote about her in the past. I remember. I've kept all your letters safe, don't worry. As you should. Sorry, but is there any chance you have a towel? Of course, my apologies. I would usually have someone here to attend to us, but everyone's been sent home. Only the three of us remain. Let me fetch you a towel. Amelie knew not to run, yet a part of her felt the need to almost skip in joy. She wanted desperately to be back by Sophia's side, chatting about everything that they'd missed in their letters. The two had been pen pals for as long as she remembered. Sophia's letter had first been delivered to the manor by mistake, but for some reason Amelie had felt compelled to reply. Since then, the two had been the best of friends, even having not met face to face. To finally meet now in the flesh had certainly been of great excitement to Amelie. Quickly retrieved the towel and made her way back to Sophia's side. Lilika stood a distance away from her, still looking vaguely unhappy. This house is very Van Gogh. Sophia spun around, a look of surprise on her face when she saw Amelie. Yeah? Oh, Amelie. Please use this. Thanks, I'll bring an umbrella next time, I promise. Sophia lightly toweled at her hair and clothing, drying off from the rain she'd found herself caught in. Then, if you're now dried off, would you care for a tour of the house before afternoon tea? That sounds great. On your right is the pantry, and down that hall is the boiler room, but you shouldn't have any need for those spaces. The two walked side by side with Lilika trailing slightly behind. These are all guest bedrooms. I have prepared this one for your use. If you find anything not to your standards, you can let myself or Lilika know. Amelie, I have a feeling your standards are much higher than mine. I've never even been in a house that looks like this. No? Is your home not similar? Well, it's a lot smaller. There is no shame in that. You own your own property, yes? Yeah, I recently bought it. With your husband? What? No, of course not. I'm not married. Your father allowed you to buy property on your own? Amelie, you speak just like how you write. I'm so surprised. And you speak quite casually. People usually say that about me. Being here around you makes me want to be more formal. What need is there of formality between friends? That's true. This is the morning room, and next door, the dining room. We'll be having afternoon tea in the sitting room here. So many rooms. Upstairs is my bedroom and the master bedroom. I must ask that you don't enter the master bedroom, as it belongs to my parents who are currently away. Of course, I won't go poking around anyway. All this walking has made me parched. Shall we take afternoon tea now? Sure, that sounds good. Why don't you have a seat while Lilika and I prepare our food? Oh, I could come help. Nonsense, you're my guest. It would be remiss if I allow you to lift a finger. You insist, but I'm happy to help anytime. Thank you. I will be back soon. Please rest. Amelie. Yes? It's nothing. Take your time. Sophia slipped through a doorway and disappeared. Amelie smiled gently, feeling giddy from the bottom of her stomach. Isn't this lovely, Lilika? To have a new face in the house, it feels like forever. Yes, how lovely. I'm glad you are having fun, at the very least. Are you not? I'm always having fun when we're together, Amelie. Ah, I see. Are you jealous? Worry not, my dear friend. Of course, our friendship means just as much to me. I value you greatly. Just as much? Indeed, come along. Lilika, let us prepare tea. Did you finish the baking yesterday? The pastries are ready for serving. Excellent, I'll just fetch the tea then. Allow me, a lady of your standing shouldn't be doing such a mental task, should she? Don't be absurd. Even Sophia herself seems to be fine in the kitchen. Did you hear how she jumped to help? I should follow in her footsteps. What would your parents think of that? I appreciate the sentiment, but they took with them all of the staff. I have little choice but to prepare my own tea. I see. Then, shall I attend to our guest? I wouldn't want her to become lonely. Would you? I'll only be a few moments. Of course, anything for you, Amelie. It will be a good chance for you to become friends too. I'm sure it will be. Lilika left the kitchen with slow, deliberate steps. Amelie turned back to the kitchen. I wonder which she would prefer. Oolong tea or green tea? I like oolong tea better. Father imported this for Mother, but I'm sure she won't mind if I borrowed a little. There. Amelie retrieved her finest teapot and 3 matching cups. Pink flowers blossomed over the white surface. Something about it reminded her of Sophia. Her big-ass pink hoodie, that's why. I'm back. Ah. Sophia? Oh, Amelie. I'm sorry you scared me. Is everything alright? Yes, I think I'm just a little tired. Good. I'm sorry for the delay, but I've prepared the tea and the pastries. So, this is what a high tea looks like. High tea will come later. This is just a simple afternoon tea. Will Lilika be joining us? I believe so. Was she here a moment ago? No, she wasn't here. Strange. She told me she was coming to sit with you. Perhaps she's gotten herself busy with something else. Should we wait? There's no need. It would be sad to let the tea go cold. Amelie poured tea into the 2 cups slowly, copying the movements she'd seen Lilika do time and time again. Did you have much trouble getting here? A little. My ride broke down, so I had to walk for a bit. Broke down? I'm extremely sorry. If the staff had been here, I would have sent someone to collect you. It's okay. It's just a little rain. I just wouldn't want you catching a fever. My medicine store has been running low of late. No worries. I usually carry ibuprofen with me. Ibuprofen? I haven't heard of it. Anyway, I'm glad you arrived here safely. I'll draw a bath for you later to make sure you are warmed up properly. Thank you. Amelie sipped at her tea before looking down at it with a confused expression. A little still. I'll ask my father to procure a new batch when he arrives home. Where are your parents, by the way? Well, we were separated due to the plague. They took the staff to wait until a cure is found and left me here with Lilika as to not catch the disease. Right, I understand. I spent a lot of time separated from my family due to the pandemic too. It warms my heart to find another thing in common with you, Sophia. I was surprised to hear that it's safe enough for you to visit. Perhaps that means my parents will be back soon too. I think so. The world seems to be opening back up again. So what do you do, locked up in this big house all the time? Well, I usually spend my time sewing or playing music. I used to write, but... What? Well, my parents wondered if it was feminine enough. I don't really think that matters. If you enjoy it, then I say you should do it. Sophia. Then what about you? Well, I'm studying art at university right now, so I guess that's what I spend most of my time on. You attend a university? Yeah, although I'm thinking about dropping out. Sophia, you truly are filled with surprises. You own your own land and you attend school. How jealous I am. Why don't you do the same? Oh no, I'm not allowed. Of course you are. Anyone can attend within reason. But, well, wouldn't it get in the way of my marriage? You're engaged? Amelie shook her head. No, not yet, but I'm already 19. I'm sure my father has prepared my dowry. An arranged marriage. Yes, naturally. I don't think I'll ever get married. Really? Doesn't your family object? I don't think they really mind, as long as I'm happy. You don't have to either, you know. Giving me much to think about. Much indeed. Now, I wonder where Lilika has disappeared to. Well, it's no matter. The evening is already coming, and soon it will be dark. Shall I draw you a bath? Sounds wonderful. To be honest, I'm not hungry, so can we skip dinner tonight? Of course, if that's what you wish. Let me show you to the bathroom. You may not believe it, but my father had taps installed. Isn't that wonderful? It's like she's from the fucking 1400s. Like, taps for a bath? That's right, we used to have our maids fill the bath, but now there's no need. Amelie, you're so strange. I have taps at my house too. Truly? You must live quite the lavish lifestyle yourself. I don't know about that. This is the bathroom. Allow me to draw the bath for you. One moment. With haste, Amelie entered the room and began to fill the copper bath. It sat in the middle of a spacious bathroom. It was something Amelie was particularly proud of. She smiled as it filled before joining her companion. Feel free to go inside and make yourself comfortable. I'll return with a towel in a moment. Thanks, Amelie. She disappeared inside the room, leaving Amelie alone in the hall. I should light the sconces too. I don't know what a sconce is. Where did I put those matches? Oh, fuck up, bitch. Right here. Ah. You gave me a fright, Lilika. Where have you been? Preparing the guest room for your dear friend, of course. All kinds. Sophia is just preparing for a bath at the present. I'm going to retrieve a towel for her from the linen closet. Amelie, I think it's best you send her home post-haste. What? Why would I do that? For all you know, she brings with her the plague. Sophia says it's now safe to travel. She believes father and mother will be returning soon. I believe it is perfectly safe. And what if she lies? She wouldn't do that. Sophia is a kind and good-natured person. She would not bring any danger to us. Did you know that Sophia attends a local university? And she lives by herself, with no husband. She says that if I wanted, I could also study. The lady of the house should not study, Amelie. You must stay inside the house and await your parents. But I'm sure mother would want the best for me. Perhaps while I wait her, I could go to inspect Sophia's school. Amelie. You must stay inside and await your parents' return. But don't you trust me? Have I ever tried to lead you astray? No, Lilika. I was just thinking that perhaps it truly is beginning to be safe. Look, I have brought today's newspaper. Do you see the title? The plague runs rampant. Put any notion of leaving or studying away for now, yes? As soon as it is truly safe to do so, then we shall, and you will be reunited with your family. For now, it is just you and me. Thanks, Lilika. I'm glad you're here. As am I. Ah, the towel. Let me go retrieve it. Go ahead. The linen cupboard was filled with various towels and bedding. all clean and properly folded thanks to Lilika. Which would suit her? Pink towel or blue towel? Well, she's got a big-ass pink hoodie. I'll give her a pink towel. This one, it reminds me of her eyes. With her chosen towel in hand, Amelie returned to the bathroom door where Lilika awaited her. She first knocked at the door, and when there was no reply, she opened it carefully. The sound of the tap running still came from inside. "Excuse me, I'm coming in." "Sophia?" I knocked but didn't hear a reply. "I've brought you a towel." "Ah." Amelie first saw a slender marble-like back. Then she noticed the blue hair that fell on those bare shoulders, one side tucked carefully behind her ear. Oh, Sophia, please forgive me. I didn't realize you had already entered the bath." "No, it's okay. I'm sorry. You just surprised me." I'll leave the towel over here." "Thanks." I'm in trouble. Did you tell her that she must depart? No, Is something the matter? Are you feeling unwell? Your face is bright red." Sophia will stay until she decides to leave." "As you wish." "I'm sorry, Lilika, but..." The image of that small and beautiful back filled up Amelie's mind. I believe it's only fair after she traveled so far, and she is my friend. I will finish preparing the guest room. Let me come help. Sophia, when you're done in there, you can come to your room." From the other side of the door, Sophia's voice came in return. "Okay, thanks, Amelie." The guest bedroom was freshly cleaned, with new linen on the bed and a lit lantern beside it. "You did a fine job of preparing the room so far. Thank you, Lilika." "Anything for you." "I was thinking, tomorrow, if the rain has cleared up, we could open the greenhouse again and have morning tea there. It's been so long since we last used it." "Didn't we already speak of this? You cannot leave the house." "But surely the greenhouse would be safe. No one else uses it, and it is only a few steps from the back door." "It isn't safe. You know this. What's gotten into you?" "Is it because of your friend?" "I just thought it would be nice to at least sit in the sun." "Then you may sit by the window in the dining hall." "Is it really so unsafe that even taking a foot outdoors would be dangerous?" "Yes." Sophia, I see you're done with the bath?" Amelie shook her head, trying to remove the image that was still plastered to it. "Were you talking about the greenhouse?" "Yes, did you see it when you arrived?" "I did, but it looked as if the plants inside had died." "Oh, that's impossible. It's barely been any time at all since the gardeners left. I'm sure the plants inside are more sturdy than that." "Well, even if they had died, maybe we could go in and replant some things tomorrow." Lilika's gonna bitch slap her. "How wonderful. Have you not heard a word I said? It's unsafe to do so." Oh. "Oh, don't be such a spoil sport. I think it would be perfectly fine." "Well, it's getting late now, so I'll leave you to retire. If you need anything, my room is just upstairs on the left." "Good night, Sophia." Lilika left first. The door, which was still hanging slightly open, shifted as she went. Amelie, would you stay for a while? Is something the matter?" "Just a little homesick." Sophia sunk into the bed, sighing as her head hit the pillow. "Of course. Why don't we chat for a while?" "Then come join me." Sophia gently pet the spot beside her in the bed. "In the bed? Ah. Okay." The bed was still rather firm, unused by many guests. Amelie took a deep breath to calm her racing heart before she finally looked toward Sophia. "Thanks for staying with me for a while." "It's nothing to worry about. Truly, I wanted to spend more time with you too." "Really? You don't find me boring?" "You're the most interesting person I've ever met." "Don't be silly. I'm being completely honest. You truly are so unique." "I think the same about you. I've never met anyone like you, really. You wrote so much about yourself, and yet seeing you in person, I fear there is still so much I don't know. There's plenty of time for us to tell each other everything. Then tell me something about yourself, something you've never told anyone." I'm partially blind in my right eye." "Really? How well can you see?" "It's okay, just a little blurry, really." You tell me something. Well, when I was 12, I stole the cookie jar from the kitchen and blamed my brother. He was scolded for hours. What a mischievous child. I'm sure your brother wasn't all too pleased. Actually, it was his idea. He knew I wanted it, and told me to tell my parents it was him if I was asked. What a good brother. Where is he now? Did he go away with your parents? Amelie shook her head. He died when he was 16. Oh, I'm sorry, Amelie. What happened? Scarlet fever, so my family was left with only me as an heir. And what worth is a female heir? You're worth plenty, more than plenty. Thank you, Sophia, but some days I am unsure. It's your turn again. Truthfully, I said before I didn't want to get married, but that's not exactly right. I do. Oh? I just don't want a husband. Then... I'm sorry, does it make you uncomfortable? No. I have also thought that I don't want a husband. Whenever my father has brought it up, I felt sick to my stomach. How about coming away with me for a while? Away? Outside of the house? What about the sickness? It's okay now, you'll be okay. You could come stay at my house. I could show you around my school. You don't have to go through an arranged marriage if you don't want to. You would do that for me? You're my dearest friend, and I actually... Oh! Lilika was listening the whole time. Lilika? At some point, the two women had gotten close enough together that they could feel each other's breath on their lips. The two parted with reddened cheeks, Amelie quickly brushing her skirt off and standing up. I should be going to bed. Please rest well. We can talk more about this in the morning, right? Right. Good night, Amelie. I'll see you tomorrow. Lilika? It is late. You should retire to your bedroom. Yes, I shall. It's nice having someone else around, isn't it? I feel as if the manor is coming back to life. I hope we see Mother and Father soon. I'm sure we will. Shall I see you to bed? Yes, please. The hallway was darkened, with only a few sconces and candles lit along the way. Usually that would fill Amelie with a sense of comfort, but right now, the flickering flames seemed to make her feel distressed. Whether that was because of the way her mind was racing, or the way her heart was beating, she didn't know. Ow. That's adorable. As she rose up the grand staircase, her eyes lingered on the large stained glass window. The moon shone through the colored glass, leaving a rainbow of colors over the steps. It caught her attention for only a moment before she retreated to her bedroom. Lilika, may I ask you a question? Certainly. Have you ever heard of a woman loving another woman as a woman would love a man? Oh my god. Where did you hear about such a thing? Nowhere in particular. It was just a thought that came into my mind. I think you are overtired because of all the excitement, Amelie. I think it is best you get some rest. Yes, alright. Good night, Lilika. Good night, Amelie. Good morning, Lilika. I was just on my way to see if Sophia has awakened yet. Amelie. Sophia disappeared during the night. I believe she went to the same place your parents went. This bitch killed them all. This bitch killed them all, didn't she? What? That cannot be right. Don't run, Amelie. Amelie dashed down the hall and knocked quickly on the door to the guest bedroom, which fell open with no resistance. Inside, the bedding was disheveled and her luggage was strewn about. It's not true. She wouldn't just leave without saying goodbye. Dearie me, I'm sorry. I told you it was a bad idea for anyone to visit, didn't I? Oh, Lilika, this isn't fair. I thought she would... There, come here. Lilika wrapped her thin arms around the young woman, gently patting her on the back. See, you shouldn't depend on anyone else. I'm here. I won't ever leave you. Amelie clutched at her back, tears already falling from her eyes. We'll be together forever. Sighed. Amelie, together forever. What? Is it over? Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, we'll do the Sophia one tomorrow or in the next episode. I don't know about tomorrow, but it'll be the next episode.